Hello, welcome to the MeatRx Success Story Podcast. I'm Tracy, your host and coach at MeatRx. Today I'm here with Coty, and we're going to hear a little bit about his success on the carnivore diet. Hi, Coty.
Hi there, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for coming to our show. And can you begin by telling me what was your life like before you started carnivore? What kind of food did you eat and what were your health conditions?
I would say, I've always struggled with like weight issues and mental health, like depression, and get real bad brain fog, fatigue. And anytime I tried to lose weight or get feeling better, I was just constantly hungry. Couldn't ever get under control. Always suffering to try to lose weight, and then the depression on top of that made it a lot rougher too.
Right. I can understand that. So, how did you find out about the carnivore diet? Was the carnivore diet the first thing you tried, or did you try something else first?
I've tried pretty much everything. Carnivore was kind of my last thing on the list because I loved carbs. I was just completely addicted to it and couldn't ever imagine giving it up. So I just kind of looked through everything, tried everything out, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just try this out, see what happens, and it ended up working out really well.
How did you hear about the carnivore diet? Did you hear it on a podcast or something?
Oh yeah, just looking through YouTube, trying to find ways that I could go around the whole calorie restriction thing and kind of get what I wanted. And I came across some other YouTubers and your guys' channel as well. And that's when I pretty much decided to give it a go. There are a lot of people it seem to be working for.
Yeah, it does. It works well for many, many people and in many, many different avenues of life and different health conditions that they have. So how did you implement it? Did you start out just eating steaks, or did you slowly work up to all meat?
I'm kind of an all-in type of person, so I just jumped straight into all steak and ate a lot, and even eating kind of an unfathomable amount. I continued to see changes almost daily. Later on, I started throwing in things like liver and whatnot. Felt even better after that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the way to go, all in. That's where I'm at too. I love that. So, how did your conditions change after you went to carnivore? And you said you had noticed many benefits. Can you name
Yep.
some of those?
One thing I forgot to mention is I used to have really bad psoriasis. I actually had it on my eyelids, an odd location, but that went away. I've been fighting that since I was a child. I was having to use topical steroids on it, and it helped sometimes, but not all the time. And it just kind of magically vanished within about a month. Depression went away, brain fog went away. I noticed my sleep was getting a lot better, had more energy, more optimistic. In the gym, I had a lot more kind of drive and motivation. I used to have to force myself and not kind of crave to work out. A lot happier. It's a lot easier being a father to my kids too, because I'm not constantly struggling with, feeling down and whatnot. Trying to think of everything. Yeah, just a general overall improvement on pretty much every aspect of life.
That's awesome. So do you think you'll continue on the carnivore diet? And have you had anyone that you influenced to also go carnivore?
Oh yeah, I'll most definitely continue. I've had a few friends I've kind of introduced it to. They've tried it out and they've had some success with it. Whether or not they'll stick with it, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's definitely very easy to stick to for me personally.
That's great. So can you tell me what a typical day looks like of what you eat? Do you eat one meal a day, or do you eat 2 meals a day? How do you work that out?
I kind of just eat whenever I get hungry. I don't really stress about it too much. That's been one of the benefits, because I used to calorie track everything, time my meals at an exact time of day and space them out perfectly. But now, some days I might wake up and eat 2 pounds of steak in one sitting first thing in the morning. Some days I might wake up, not be hungry at all. And then some days it'll be like 2 times a day, 1 time a day, 3 times a day. It's just, I think a lot of it's with my activity level, what I happen to be doing that day. And but yeah, I don't really have to track anything. It just kind of goes with the flow.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. So, what would you tell someone that was trying to decide whether they should start this? I mean, you've tried other things in the past, and carnivore is what you decided works. So why does it work and not the others?
I would say it's the ease of application, and I think it's just my personal opinion. It seems to be healthier overall. I mean, everything feels better on me personally. You just don't have to think about it. You know, you're not suffering. You eat till you're full, and it's just stress free.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Do you include anything like cheese or fish, or what kind of drinks do you drink?
I'll have some black coffee every once in a while if I didn't get much sleep or something like that. But other than that, it's just steak, liver, salt, water. I don't I don't handle dairy very well. But yeah, I don't really crave anything else. I did about the first week, but thereon after, I actually craved steak. It's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, it's very satiating. I love steak
It is.
too. And so um, you have the steak, and you don't really do dairy too much. And how did the liver change? You said it was a little bit better.
Oh yeah. So when I decided to start kind of implementing liver, I noticed even a slight uptick in my mood from what had already improved. I had more energy, and my my appetite actually went down a little bit. So I may have been missing some nutrients or something there, but it just kind of improved it even more. I didn't know it was going to be possible, but it did.
That's great. Yeah, it's really nutrient dense.
Yeah.
Very, very packed. Yeah, it's great. So has your workout changed at all? Like you said, you work out, and did that change a lot with eating meat?
Yeah, I feel slightly stronger, and then as I mentioned earlier, the motivation is much better. I actually crave to go do it. You know, I'd get like halfway through my workout before and start going like mildly hypoglycemic unless I had some sort of carb drink with me. And now it's just, I feel the same when I walk in as I do when I walk out. It just doesn't slow down.
Awesome, awesome, yeah, because it just seems like working out is just easier for sure, and more enjoyable because you're satiated. Your body is satiated and given the right nutrients. That's
Yeah.
awesome, Cody. Thank you so much for sharing your information. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Was there anything that surprised you when you came to carnivore?
The big thing for me was just the depression. I mean, to go from 32 years of depression to finally waking up happy every day. I mean, that's priceless. I've never thought that'd be possible.
That's great. That is a great, great benefit. I'm sure. I know that's true for me too. It changed my mental state. It did. So thank you again for coming, and I really appreciate it. Everybody loves watching these success stories because it's just very motivating and lets people know that there's hope.
Definitely.
We'll be seeing you then. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.